Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Hello and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Carmine Ortega, and this is U-Turn. Good Thursday morning, U-Turners. Welcome to U-Turn on the new channel. It's another episode today. We have a very inspiring guest. You will meet her in a little bit. Pero for now, I'd like to say hi to everyone, lalo na sa mga taga Makati, taga Marikina, taga Clark, taga Cebu City, at taga mga Cagayan de Oro. And of course, especially to Rotarians and to also members of Zonta Club. Lahat ng Zonta Club. Ayan. So, may clue na kayo, no, kung anong affiliations ng ating guest. Pero, I hope you guys are having a good day, good morning. The weather is great, no? And compared to yesterday, grabe kahapon, ang lakas-lakas ng ulan. And you know me, I'm from Marikina. We're streaming live from Marikina. At alam nyo, ang aming concerns dito sa Marikina kapag malakas na malakas ang ulan. So, ayan, just fill in the blanks. Alam nyo na kung anong nangyari kahapon. But I'm glad today's weather is perfect. To me, it's perfect. No? The skies are blue and there are a few clouds, pero it's nice. It's not too humid. So I hope the weather is great also wherever you are and you're comfortable and you're able to do what you want to do or set out to do, pero sana nakikinig pa rin kayo today. Okay, so I'd like to greet a few people. Happy birthday. Okay. Jen B, very good friend from where I used to work, former co-worker. Happy birthday to you, and also belated happy birthday to some people. Terry Rafanan, Maite Ignacio, Tita Emmy Mangibin, who is in LA. Happy birthday, Tita. Ice Ignacio, Laiko Ching, who is in Japan. Happy birthday, friend. Raquel Tuazon, my cousin. Raquel Tuazon de Leon. Belated happy birthday to you as well. Ayan. So, eto na. I will share with you kung ano yung pamimigay ko ngayong araw na to. Okay. Nakakatuwa nyo. So, it is actually coffee. Oh, for the first time, we're giving away, we're giving away coffee. Pero this coffee is, it contains glutathione and hydrolyzed collagen. There's also capsicum, Yersinia cambodia. So, it aids in digestion and also weight management. So, ito ang pamimigay ko. If you share our live stream today, okay, share our live stream now, okay, on your page, and then leave an interpretation of this quote that I am going to share. So today's quote is this: leadership is about being of service to others, not being served by others. Be a mentor, not a boss. And the author is unknown. Okay, ulitin natin. Leadership is about being of service to others, not being served by others. Be a mentor, not a boss. Okay, so I think this is a timeless topic, no? What leadership is, and actually this service. Para sa akin, the more inspiring bosses or the more inspiring leaders ay yung mga hindi pa boss na tinatawag. Ah, meron akong nakausap noon na coworker, tapos sabi niya, ano, buti si ganung boss, meron kaming boss na pinag-usapan, buti si ganung boss, hindi siya pa-boss. Okay, so there's that description of pa-boss. So, from observation, ang pa-boss ay yung they expect to be served. They expect na sila yung sinusunod, may konting taray or aggressiveness, gusto sinisilbihan ng kape. So, yung mga ganung bagay. Pero para sa akin, if we serve first, okay, if we serve first, that leadership position or title is actually afforded to us. It follows. Okay, so we have to serve first and then we become leaders. If we inspire others to take action and to dream, yon, leader tayo. Even if we don't hold a position specifically, you can be one of the guys, pero ikaw yung tinitingala kasi nai-inspire mo sila, then you are also a leader. Leadership does not have to be an official position. And you know, I'd like to reiterate, it's really service. More than anything, it's service. And when you use your leadership skills, you are using your talent. Okay, so merong mga taong they have that, they speak well, they inspire others, and they use that skill. Pero that skill can also be developed as long as you have that desire to serve and help others. So that is my thought on our quote today. Leadership is about being of service to others, not being served by others. So be a mentor, not a boss. May connotation yung boss. All right, so remember to share our live stream. Leave your interpretation in the comment section in the main show, okay? Yung show namin dito sa U-Turn on the new channel. Kasi if you leave your interpretation in the watch party, hindi po namin makikita yung interpretation ninyo. So, yes. And make sure you like our page, the new channel, TNC Now. Okay, and also our page, U-Turn on the new channel. We're also live on Facebook. Okay, so remember, Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Nandito po kami to inspire you. Okay, so speaking of inspiration, papakilala ko na po ang ating guest. Ang ating guest po is a lovely lady. She is the chairman of St. Peter Life Plan. She's also the president of Zonta Club of Makati, Ayala. She was the past president of Rotary Club of Makati Uptown, and she's the incoming governor for District 3830 for 2022 to 2023. Ayan, it's a mouthful, pero bigatin, di ba? Na she holds several positions like that. She's very active in civic work. She is a doctor of medicine, of course, and you know, she's a leader and she does a lot of service to others. So let us welcome our guest for today, Dr. Mildred Vitangcol.
Hi, good morning, Carmine Ortega. Thank you for having me this morning. And of course, to all our viewers today. And thank you, Direct Mabs and Direct Sato, for taking us in this in your show. So looking forward to share with you our conversation this morning, and hopefully we can inspire others as well with our
Yes. Thank you, Doktora. Good morning sa iyo. Doktora, you're streaming live from Makati, no? Ayan.
Yes,
so,
I
greetings
am.
sa mga taga Makati. Are there specific people you want to say hello to right now?
Of course, my husband, my one and only York, my family, my St. Peter family who's watching now, and my Zonta family and my Rotary family. So a lot of a lot of people that I work every day, every single day that God has given me. I work with a lot of people and hoping that, every day that we wake up, that I wake up, is an opportunity to serve others as well.
Ayan, good morning sa inyong lahat, sa family and community ni Dr. Mildred Vitangcol. Doctora, you are a gastroenterologist, correct?
That's right. I'm a doctor by profession, doctor of medicine,
Mhm.
and my specialty is gastroenterology.
All right. Pero you, of course, obviously, hindi naman tayo naging overnight na, whatever we are now, right? It was a journey, it was a process. So I'm curious, what were your beginnings? So, nung bata ka pa, what was your dream job or what did you want to be when you grew up?
Uh, of course, every one of us has our dream life, or our inspiration, or what, as early as 4 or 5 years old, we always think of ourselves as what you want to be, or what you want to become in the future. So me,
Mm-mm.
my inspiration naman, I draw it from my mom. My mom. Hi, Mommy Remy. Watching now in Negros, because I am originally from Negros Oriental, in a town in the southern part of Dumaguete, that's in Shaton. I drew my inspiration from my mom because she is a midwife. So when we were like small, she goes around. Of course, um, delivery is not something that you plan. It happens, right? Just like dying. It's not something that you plan to do, but it happens.
Mhm.
So while we were young, or at a young age, parang palagi kong naririnig si mami na pumupunta sa neighbor namin, or pumupunta because on call siya. So nagpapaanak siya ng this oras. So syempre, sometimes you wake up and then you go with her, I go with her. I'm the eldest in the family of three. So parang sinasamahan ko yung mami ko. And until such time na talagang nanganak and all, in the olden times, common yung nanganak sa bahay. So kahit
Right,
gaano tayo, talagang pinupuntahan namin yun. So sabi
right.
ko sa sarili ko, I don't want to be like my mom. I want to become a doctor kasi parang feeling ko at that time, ang doctor ay nag-uutos lang, syempre bata pa, I didn't know how the system works and all. So parang feeling ko, mas maganda siguro kung doktor ako para hindi ko gagawin yung ginagawa ng mami ko na, you know. And later on in life, I realized that that's really the vocation. That's really, what we do, being a healthcare professionals na talagang anytime, anywhere, you're being called when you are needed. So later na lang in life. But, it stemmed from that inspiration na gusto kong maging ganyan because of the experience with my mom. So, ayun, I
So you really wanted to be in healthcare because of that experience, no, na na-reinforce inyo yung helping others. That is actually helping and serving others. Your mom was a midwife, no?
yeah.
When you were little, she was a midwife. Kaya nakita mo yon. Ayaw mo magpaanak, doktora. I mean, at that time, in your thoughts, ayaw mo yung on-call, pero yung magpapaanak, hindi mo
Yeah,
gusto.
kasi parang nung bata pa tayo, parang we don't want to be inconvenient. We don't understand how it is to serve others, di ba? At that young age, parang I didn't understand na parang yun pala it's a calling, it's a purpose na tumutulong ka sa kapwa. And it doesn't matter if it's an inconvenient or anytime, any day. Parang if you're called, you respond to that calling. You respond to that, helping others or asking people to help you. andun ka, dun, later ko na lang na-realize in life na ganun pala yon. Ganun
Mhm.
pala.
Right. How about, Doktora, when you were older na, halimbawa, high school and college, what were other manifestations na you really like to help others and serve others?
Oh, well, that was my pinaka North Star ko yun eh. Yun ang pinaka plan ko talaga. I was really focused and convicted to really pursue medicine no matter
Mhm.
what. Kaya nung elementary hanggang high school, wala talaga akong relationship, no boyfriend or something. I didn't entertain anything. Nagka-boyfriend ako nung first year college na ako, di ba? 16 and
Mhm.
later on, no? Kasi I was really so focused. And even if I had a boyfriend at that time, when I was in college, and he was also a doctor. My first boyfriend was a doctor. He was 26, I was 16. So parang he was ready to settle down. So, but yet my mind was really to biglang nakakwento sa buhay ko, ano. But to my mind, I was really so focused on finishing my studies because I think I owe it to my parents to finish schooling kasi nung sa probinsya, nung maliit pa kami, parang, oh, yan lang ang tangi naming mapapamana sa inyo, yung education. And no matter whatever happens in your life in the future, pag educated ka, you can be successful. Di ba?
Mhm.
So, yun, yung nasa isip ko, I will really finish. No matter
Mhm.
what. Walang ifs and buts, basta matapos ko yung medicine ko at maging doktor ako. Yun lang.
All
And then
right.
something happens,
Right. So, Doktora, natapos niyo yung pag-aaral, and then you became a doctor, you were practicing. How long before you got into civic work? Like by joining associations or even community-based siguro na activities. What was the transition there? Was being a doctor not enough? Ganun po ba?
well, okay, I would like to go back to the history. Nakikita ko rin from my parents, and especially from my mom, na alam naman sa probinsya, pag walang pambayad, edi binibigyan ka lang ng gulay at saka manok or eggs, di ba? Kung wala silang pera. But in spite of that, na walang maraming pera, hindi mawawalan yung neighbor namin sa bahay na nanghihingi ng gamot, nanghihingi ng tulong kasi may sakit or something like that. I grew up in that environment. So nakikita ko talaga from the very young age na nakikita ko sa parents ko na tumutulong sila. They're not in politics, they're not in anything, pero being a midwife or have access to medicine, talagang tumutulong yung parents ko, yung mami ko, pag merong nangailangan. And whatever limited resources that she had or they had, my family always tried to give. Kahit na minsan napupunta, walang pagkain, wala nang gamot, wala pang makain. So, pauwian mo na rin ng bigas, pauwian mo na rin yung ulam or whatever you have in the pantry, no? Kaya nga, from the very young age, nakikita ko talaga yung sharing, giving and sharing of your blessings. So, nahuhubog ako doon, Carmine, na hindi talaga I just discovered it overnight na I wanted to help. No, I think it's in my DNA. And it was the bringing up of my parents na to really share. Yung may pagkain ka na, pwede mong hatiin para mabusog kayong pareho, di ba? Parang ganun yung environment ko at parang ganun na rin yung pagpapalaki ng family ko sa akin.
I like how you put that it's in your DNA. You are wired to serve. You are wired to help. Parang there's no other way to do things. There's no other way to live life but to also help and serve others.
Correct. Right.
Nag ano po ba parang ano what I want to say is I think it's great that people like you and there are others also are aware of this DNA or this parang strain inside us na that leads us to what to our calling, to our vocation, no? Kasi marami naman sa atin may ganyan ding DNA pero hindi lang aware or walang awareness or maybe it comes later in life pero to me that's also one thing that I encourage here sa show, no? To use your talent, to use your gift, discover what you were born to do para that's your focus. Yun yung North Star, like you put it earlier, that yun yung North Star. Kasi we are also happier if we live accordingly, if we are aligned to our purpose and to our passion.
Yeah,
So,
correct. And talking about the purpose, borrowing from the homily or teachings or some of the learnings that I got from Father Anton. Kasi isa din yun sa partner ko sa Caritas. I partner with them to reach out to the poorest of the poor in Tondo and in any parts of of Metro Manila. Yung one na sinasabi niya, parang there are two very important moment in your life. Yung when you were born, because you're a gift from God to your parents, and you can just imagine how happy they are that you were given to them. And the second part of the most celebrated or the most important point in our life is when you find your purpose, which you said earlier. Now, when you find your purpose, it doesn't matter on what status of life you are in, but when you are called to serve and that is aligned with your personal beliefs and what you have in your heart na to serve. And I think that's the best. And you live every day and you wake up every day because you are responding to that purpose.
ay, very nice, very well said. I love that. So the two important moments are when you were born and then when you find your purpose. To me personally, Doctora, and I'm sharing it with the viewers as well. When I discovered my purpose, nako, sorry pero just a few years ago ko lang na verbalize, no. A few years ago ko lang actually na put into writing at na verbalize yung aking purpose. Pero since then, I was still doing the same job, pero I was doing my job differently. That's what happened to me. And all other things don't seem to be important. Parang mas madali mo nang malampasan yung ibang problema kasi alam mo na yung purpose mo, alam mo na yung direction mo. That's my own experience in finding my purpose. And yes, I'm happier. I know my direction. I know what to do. In decision making, madali eh. Kasi aligned ba to sa purpose ko o hindi? So, yun ang kagandahan naman in finding our purpose. And I use the word discover because I learned our purpose is given. It's a matter of discovering, removing the cover, taking the cover off. So, ayan, I keep using that phrase. We discover our purpose.
Exactly. And it's really this is what we had discussed earlier na parang it's discovering you, discovering your strength, discovering your purpose in life that makes you do things magically. You do things with a lot of love because hindi ka kailangan i-push eh. It comes naturally. And life, our daily grind, it's not anymore that hard to do something because alam mo na every step of the way you're doing something because it's aligned with your purpose, and you know that you can serve others and you can give a part of yourself to the people regardless of whoever they are. Basta lang, it's the joy of giving, not just the receiving.
Right, right. And I agree with you. Magic happens. There's magic. Magic happens once you discover your purpose and live according to it, diba? The right doors open, or maybe you're offered the right job, you see business opportunities, you meet the right people, you see the right training or course that you can go through. So, yeah, totoo yan, magic happens po. Ayan, ang ganda ng usapan natin. Dapat ganito yung si Doktora pwede rin mag-host ng show ito, I think. All right. Doctora, for now, we will go on break. When we come back, we will talk more about your day-to-day activities.
Thank you.
Welcome back to U-Turn on the new channel. We stream live Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 in the morning on Facebook and also YouTube. So remember to follow us both on Facebook and on YouTube. Like our pages, subscribe to our channel. Yan, para ma-notify po kayo palagi tuwing my show. For now, I'd like to invite you to watch our other shows here on the new channel. Okay, let's start with The Big Picture. It shares inspiring stories of notable personalities Mondays through Fridays at 7 p.m. HR Hotline introduces us to the wonderful world of human resources management Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Have an insightful Saturday afternoon because the family business is everyone's business at 4 p.m. The fourth project is about life, business, and success stories live from Dubai, UAE at 6 p.m. or 10 p.m. Philippines on Saturdays. Usapang Beauty is about beauty beyond what the eyes can see, Thursdays and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. The world has faced an unprecedented pandemic. It's time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who recovered from the disease. COVID Stories, Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. The Home Buyer is where you hear remarkable stories about building and owning a property, Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Laugh and learn through the puppet stories, Mondays at 5:30 p.m. So, ayan. Shout out to Juan Lunaria, by the way. Uh, I met our guest, Dr. Vitangcol, through Juan Lu. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace. It's an online night bazaar, Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. Yo Law is for all of us to appreciate the law and see that it can be fun and cool as well. Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. So mamaya po, meron yan. Watch and learn about money and more. It streams live from the Philippines and the US. Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Philippine time and 5:30 a.m. Pacific in the USA. Two leaders in one platform in TNC The Talk, Mondays at 12 noon. After Shift is a chillaxing show about your choices and lives after work, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within, Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. Dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Tag your kids along and watch Danny Art Show Fridays at 5:30 p.m. Global issues, common interests, learn together across borders in foreign affairs. It streams live on Tuesdays at 10:30 in the morning. Because health is wealth, Healthline on Wednesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. There are more upcoming shows such as Awesome Day, Women at Work, Cyber Next, Tech U, and GGNO or Girls Night Out. Catch our TNC original shows such as One Day. It's an inspiring 30-minute storytelling that alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple. And show is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows on TNC. So dito naman sa ating show, you turn on the new channel, discover your life purpose, learn and be inspired from others, turnaround stories. Dito sa U-Turn, Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 in the morning. So yan po ang ating shows. Remember to like our page, follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Ayan. So let us call on our guest, Dr. Mildred Vitangcol is joining us again. We'll continue our kwentuhan, our discussion about service and leadership and passion and purpose. By the way, we'd like to give a shout out. Oh nga, no, ulitin ko lang. Shout out to Juan Lunaria because I met our guest through Juan Lu. Ayan, Juan Lu,
Hi,
where are you?
Hi.
Right. Manonood daw siya pero baka may ginagawa pa, busy pa. Usually, he chimes in dyan sa ating chat. And for those who are watching, if you have any questions for us, especially for the Dr. Vitangcol, no, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Leave a question in the comment section. Ayan. Okay. So, Doctora, before we continue, I'd like us to play a little game. The game is called Quick Turn. Okay. So, it's short. Ayan. So, it's called Quick Turn, and we really just want to get to know you in a fun way. Okay. So, I will mention random things, and please tell us what you think about it. Whether you like it. If you like it, say right turn. If you don't like it, say left turn. If you love it, please say U-turn. Yun lang po. Right turn, left turn, U-turn. Ayan. These are random things. Cassava bibingka.
Right.
Right turn. Okay. So for stuff like chicharon or crispy pata, for example, do you like your suka spicy? So it's spicy
Right.
suka. Right turn. Sushi.
U-turn.
Wow. Yes, me too. U-turn yan. Ito naman po, ventosa. Yung nilalagyan ng baso sa likod.
I cannot speak about it because I don't know.
You haven't tried it.
Maybe left turn.
Okay. How about acupuncture?
Not even. Thank
Okay.
you.
Ito naman, K-drama.
Right turn.
Right turn. Musicals, Broadway musicals, musical plays.
U-turn.
Love, okay. Ito ma'am, choice naman. And it probably has been a very long time before you last rode in them. Pero tricycle or jeep?
Right turn, tricycle.
When was the last time you were in one?
When I went to, I think, Pagadian, that was like 2 years ago because there's no other way to ride. You go to this mountainous area na parang nakatingala nga yung tricycle doon eh. Just to get to where you want.
Wow.
I have a lot of experience like that, especially when I go to the field. Wala ka naman choice, lalo na kung hindi pwedeng car. You really have to ride. Whatever sabihin, habal or something. Pwede.
That's nice. That's nice. So you're still able to experience those things, and you have parang parang it's a little special to you because they help take you where you can meet the community and help out. Okay, that's good to
Right.
know. How about sculpture or painting? Like to collect. Is it sculpture or more painting?
Painting.
Paintings.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you've traveled to many places, but for a vacation, what is your favorite travel destination?
Boracay.
Boracay. Okay. Sariling atin pa rin at beach.
Yeah.
Ayan. Okay, thank you. That concludes our quick turn for today. Thank you. So now we know you a little better, no? Even things like whether you like spicy suka or not. All right. Okay. So, Doctora, you are chairman of your family's group of companies, and then you're also president of Zonta Club of Makati, Ayala. You were the president of the Rotary Club of Makati Uptown, and in fact, you're going to be a governor for a district in 2022 to 2023. My question is, what is your typical day like, or a typical week? When you wake up, what do you do? Who do you talk to? Do you check your phone right away? Can you share with us a slice of your life?
Okay. Um, well, I've got really a very busy life, but as we say, busy people find time to do things they want to do. So, my typical planning is, I'd like to plan ahead, like 1 year ahead or maybe few months or something. Insert na lang some of the activities that would come along the way. So, I like to do planning. For one whole year, I know already what I want. But talking about my typical day, um, I always wake up uh, thanking God that I'm awake and pray. I do prayer, maybe short or long, depends on the inspiration that I have. And in that prayer, I'll be guided and ask for guidance on how I can do the things that I have lined up for the day. Because no matter how you plan ahead, when something happens, diba, it destroys and it disrupts your whole day's planning. And so the night before, I try to look at the calendar of the things that I need to do, and choosing the things that I need to do, I prioritize also. Like I spend my energy on this, or if I have an extra time, I call friends, or connect with my family, connect with, parang there's no time wasted if I talk about my day. I also love to multitask, uh, doing several things at the same time. And I I always put my presence. I try to put my presence when I am engaging with somebody, or I'm doing something that needs 101% of my attention. So that's my typical day. And then in the evening, I also thank God that everything went well and as planned in His plan, not my plan. And I can account the things that I have done for the day, and thank God that I was able to do it. I always reflect on that. So that's it. That's my day.
Ayun. Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. My next question is, parang are there other goals pa, dreams pa that you want to achieve, that you want to make happen, to make real? Kasi I'm sure over your career and the years of service that you've given others, may mga na-achieve na kayo. Pero ano pa yung, alam mo yun, yung pinagdarasal mo pa, ina-effortan mo pa?
I live day by day. It's something like, your aspiration is really to be able to be of service to others. Sabi mo nga kanina sa opening statement mo leadership is about being able to serve others and not to be served. And I think everybody is born to be a leader. It's just a matter of discovering it or rediscovering it, and maybe honing that potential in us. So para sa akin, we seek out to serve. And if there's an opportunity to serve, um, you know, they say nga that the position seeks the person. You don't, you're open to serve, pero when something calls for you to do it and your heart is into it, what calls in your heart to do that thing that's being asked of you to do, then I think that's the most important thing. So I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 5 or 10 years, but definitely I'll be here. I will be consistent in doing the things that I'm doing because this is what I love to do.
Mm-mm. That's interesting what you said, no? The position seeks the person. So, halimbawa, parang, di ba sa isang opisina, sa isang kumpanya, di ba, there are positions and every now and then they become vacant. So when there's a vacancy, there's the position, but it's vacant.
Right.
And then we look for the right candidate within the team, probably can fill that position, or maybe we can hire externally. But you're right, the position seeks the person. So hinahanap yung tamang tao, yung tamang profile for that position. And I think it goes for anything, like for shows here on the new channel, di ba? The show seeks the host, kumbaga, and then the episode seeks the guest. At kaya nga po, nandito kayo.
And I call it a serendipity. When you
Right.
discover something really nice and you love what you're doing, and that's magic and
Right.
miracle. Every day we encounter miracles in small or big way.
Right. We mentioned the magic earlier, passion, discovering your purpose and your passion and living according to it. That's when magic happens. So, yan, konektado pa rin tayo. So, Dr. D, you were a doctor, you've been involved in civic work. How about in terms of, being as chairman of St. Peter? Obviously, hindi naman kayo naging chairman agad, di ba? How did that start?
I started in 1997 to have a nagkaroon ako ng because it's the family of my husband, so he's the third generation. So every time that I finish my work in the hospital, in Veterans Memorial Medical Center at that time, parang kung mayroon akong konting oras, nagpunta ako doon para gawa ako ng charity ko. So I talk to the employees, I give them some health advice or something, or kung may sakit, kinukonsulta nila ako. So doon ako nagsimula sa company. And then eventually they got me as the consultant, health program. And then eventually, after 1 year, I was able to recruit my husband. He works in the company. So dalawa na kaming nagtatrabaho doon. And then it evolved. My life evolved from being a doctor. And then I saw the opportunity of being parang mas maganda to help more in with regards whatever is happening in the business, in the company, what goes in and out. So I studied MBA. That's where I hone my the quality of being a leader, and I was given more responsibility, and I was assigned as the marketing and business development manager of the company. And eventually, you will be given more responsibility when you do something more. Parang yun ang reward mo more work with whatever good that you do, which I love also doing. parang it was never a limitation for me to be given additional work, because that's how we're going to discover ourselves, the strength that we have, and the capability that we have. Parang, if you've heard about the story about an eagle, they learn how to fly because they're pushed to to soar high. But it didn't start from, they were so afraid also, just like me. I'm afraid of the unknown, but I don't limit myself to not venturing into something, because you will never know your strength if you are not testing it. So I'm always, as a person, want to challenge what's the usual. I want to challenge, oh, how can we do this better? How can we do things ganito ganyan? So I studied MBA, and then I was promoted, and then I went into sales. I was called to handle a territory, and then eventually I became, all the way up. In effect, parang I gained my position. I was not given the position because, I asked for it. It was there because they looked at the person, the best person who has the credibility and the performance base and your track record. That's why they put you in a certain position. So that's what happened to me. Um, the rest is history. So now they appointed me 2 years ago to become the chairman of the board of St. Peter Life Plan.
Ayan. So, as your career grew, you've gotten all these different positions, umaangat ng umaangat, pero your guiding, your North Star, like you put earlier, was always still service.
Correct.
Tama. And I
Correct.
think that's what kept on propelling you rin eh. The more you want to serve, the more opportunities there are to prove what you can do, and how many people you can lead. Kaya tuloy lang ng tuloy ng tuloy. Ang ganda naman ng story, Doktora.
Kaya when I got invited to join Rotary in 2007, also in that earlier stage, parang hindi siya mabigat para sa akin, because it is in my DNA talaga to help, to extend help to others. And the more that I was convicted really to become successful as a person, because if you are not successful, how can you help? Although I can use my vocation to help, but it would also be nice to help financially, like buy the medicines, buy yung mga food that you want to give, mga dilata or something, like in Mount Pinatubo dati, pumupunta kami doon sa mga AITAS. Aside from doing a medical mission, talagang nagpapakain kami, nagpapauwi kami ng mga loot bags. And I remembered when my kids were small, instead of celebrating a birthday, dinadala namin one time yung mga bata sa bundok, and dinala namin sa Amoranto para magkaroon ng birthday celebration. So, parang mga small things like that. Even my kids, I was able to immerse them at an early age, because that's how you're going to show to your children that, you do something good. It is inconvenient, but, there's joy. You gain happiness when you do things for others. Parang ganon yung nangyari.
Right. And I agree with you on that. Excuse me. These people that we can help, and people who are needy, they're part of life. We cannot turn our backs. We cannot look away. They're part of life. We cannot pretend that they don't exist. We cannot pretend that there is no problem, or they don't, there's no need. We can always help. Kahit isang tao pa ang matulungan mo, tulong pa rin. Na-uplift natin sila. So, ayan. Okay, Doctora, I have another question for you, but you'll answer it later after the break. What is the correlation between service and success, especially financial success? So when we come back, okay, Doctora, we'll go on break for now.
Okay.
Welcome back to You Turn on the New Channel at welcome back sa ating guest, si Dr. Mildred Vitangcol. Doctora, we have somebody who's giving a shout out. She's watching from Katarman, Northern Samar. Diane Sabong. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the show. If you just tuned in, you can watch the replay later, Diane. Thank you for joining us today. At sa iba pang friends ni Dr. Vitangcol, you are free to chime in, to give a shout out sa ating comment section. To any viewers who have a question, you still have time to ask your question. Ayan. Pero before I continue with the question that I left earlier, Doctora, I want to show some photos muna dito. At baka nga masagot natin yung tanong eh. Ayan. So I just have, maybe one or two questions dito sa mga pictures na sinishare natin ngayon. So very recently, September 19, no, there was a project, Protect and Help 100 Jeepney Driver Families. This was in Valenzuela, Metro Manila.
Yes.
Is this your project?
Yeah. Actually, it's correlate. We have because I'm also a Rotarian and a Zontian, so we have a joint project with the Rotary and Zonta Club. So that's how we do together. We collaborate with other, not only limited to Rotary, but I also do some collaboration with LGUs, and even sometimes with government, like leaders in the government, not mentioning, maybe
Right.
not good to mention because I'm not campaigning naman, pero talagang for example, okay lang ba I can mention a name?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Si Bongo, the group of Bongo, Senator Bongo. Talagang pag naghingi ako, especially nung sa COVID time, pag nangingi ako, kailangan ko ng PPEs na ganito para sa hospital na ganito, talagang hindi yon tumatalikod sa mga request ko na kailangan natin, kasi syempre tayo yung nakaka-receive ng mga request also na, wala na kaming PPEs dito, wala na kaming pagkain or something like that. And natutuwa naman ako because some of, even the leaders in government, some of them really extend their help so that we can be a channel of blessing to others through them as well. So parang either I do it on my own, or I do it with a group, or I do it with other people, because at the end of the day, we're serving the same people, which are the lists, the lost, and the lasts.
Least, lost, and last. Okay.
Yeah. So, parang yan. Dun sa mga jeepney drivers, talagang wala silang trabaho, di ba? Wala silang biyahe for how many years? How many months, rather, sorry, how many months?
Correct.
So,
Right.
talagang they are one of those who are affected with this pandemic, with this COVID situation. And we cannot do anything about it. But, of course, you can do something to help them. Extend your help, extend your hand. And kang kasama ko pa nga dito, mga Rotaractors ng Rotary Club of Makati Uptown. Sila yung mga tumutulong, nag-iisip din kung kanino makatulong. Kasi nakikita nila itong mga namamalimos. Sinabihan namin yung mga, the leaders of that 300 drivers in that area. Huwag kayong mamamalimos. You can always ask. Kasi di ba mas pangit yung impression, lalo na kung makuha sila ng media, di ba? They will capitalize on their story or something like that. So sinabi namin, for now 100 lang. But in the next few weeks, we will come back to you so that we will be able to serve more families. Pero umabot din kami ng 100, almost 150 beneficiaries at that time. So, iipon naman kami ng resources, and then babalikan naman kami doon para makatulong. And not only limited naman sa Valenzuela. And we also do this in other areas. So, marami pang pwedeng gawin.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Ito naman pong picture na ito. What was the occasion?
This is a global youth summit. That is we sponsored. This is really one of the biggest crowd celebrating the youth. And dito naman more of the Rotary ang mga kasamahan namin, mga tinatawag natin na interact, tsaka mga Rotaractors, mga bata. Now, we brought them there to celebrate the Global Youth Summit, and then there were some inspirational talks, and then there was also a concert during that time. So it's just that you give something to the youth, because these are the future leaders of our country. So just whatever state they are in, you just show them that there's something that you can do, and they are not limited to what of their situation, but they can do something else. So yun naman ang mga in that particular
Ayan.
punong-puno yan.
Okay.
Arena yan eh. Arena. Yeah.
MOA Arena, no?
Yeah, correct.
Right. All right. Okay. Ito naman po, Doktora. So, being who you are, di ba? You always have events and you're always dressed up. Ano po ang favorite? My question related to this picture naman is, do you have a favorite designer? Do you have a favorite look or a favorite color?
Nothing in particular. I'll just probably dress up based on the occasion, depending on the occasion, and I'm not so particular about a particular brand. Whatever looks good, and and then it doesn't have to be expensive. We just have you carry the clothes. You are who you are, not just because of the clothes that you wear, but because of what's inside you. What's inside you.
From my understanding, you also promote or support Filipino designers of the Filipiniana look. Tama po ba?
That's right. Of course, we love our own, right? So we might as well promote rather than buying from the outside. Alam mo naman sa situation ngayon, or ever since, talagang I love local talaga. I mean, I want to promote local. And I'm also part of the society of, in the Philippines, there's this culture and enrichment group that we feature some of the sites in the Philippines or the heritage or something, or promote it. So promote local, promote Philippines.
Right. Great. Okay. And then just a couple more. Ito po, saan po ito?
That's in Turkey. Nag-celebrate kami ng sweetheart ko, my ex-boyfriend, which is my husband.
Hello, sir.
Trips in Turkey. That's where we had that picture.
I see.
In Cappadocia.
Balloon Festival. Okay. And then our last photo shows, ayan.
That's my family. Yeah, that's my family.
So, malalaki na po pala sila. Never mind the age. Pero this was taken abroad, I suppose.
In Disneyland, I think, it's in the hotel in the Disneyland in Hong Kong.
I see.
I think that was some years ago. But my eldest is 25. My second is 22, and then my youngest is 19 years old. So they're now studying. So talagang medyo, matanda na sila. Matanda na tayo.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that with us. So, Dr. my question was, what's the correlation between service and success, especially financial success? Kasi some would typically say, parang money is the root of all evil, parang ganon, what are your thoughts on thinking like that?
Para sa akin, tayo lahat, we are given an opportunity to succeed in life. And we have a calling. Now, naniniwala din ako na the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a circle of life, you know. Parang isang container. Eh kung hindi mo tatanggalan ng laman, eh wala nang malalagay, di ba? But sa akin, parang we are just a pilgrims in this world. Eh. What we receive, what we have, is God's gift to us. But what you give is your gift to God, to others, right? So because we live every day with God's grace, pwedeng
Mm-mm.
hindi ka na magising the next day, but since you are awakened in the morning, it's because you have a purpose. And yun yung paniniwala ko na whatever you can share with whatever you have, hindi something na nawalan ka financially, maybe, but it's something that would gain you more friends. It gives you happiness, that you're able to serve, or you're able to give, no? So it translates into the more you serve, the more successful you are, because you cannot give what you don't have. It's totally, I think there's a direct correlation between success and service, and not limited to financial success, but your profession, your vocation, your yung pagkatao mo. Kung wala kang maibigay na pera, o if you're a doctor, then you give free service to others. If you are, we can, cite different, even a lawyer can do pro bono, di ba? So, hindi limited na may marami kang pera. Not necessarily, but, a part of you that is with the willingness to serve is already your calling as a leader. Not being served, but you serve. Servant leadership, I think, is more appropriate. And dun mo makikita yung self-actualization na hindi na yung tipong everyday iniisip mo lang sarili mo, and that's very selfish. Tinitingnan mo, the more that you are successful in life, the more that you are called to serve in life.
Right. The responsibility becomes greater.
Correct.
I like what you said, the more you give, the more you receive. At saka tama, no, na parang, paano ka mabibigyan ng higit pa, eh kung punong-puno ka na, so you have to give. At saka parang, di ba, at the end of our lives, parang, pagtingin mo, paglingon mo, no, to look back, ano nga ba nagawa mo? Nagpa-cute ka lang, parang gano'n, parang you just nag-hang out ka lang sa bahay. I think we were given this life to do more, to use our gift to help others, to serve others, to inspire others, to move them to action, maybe to have them think differently. I
And
think that's what life is
yeah,
all about.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think that's the bottom line of, if you are to be given a tribute to others na, ako, I like to give appreciation to others, especially when they're still alive, so that they know, they can hear what you're saying. But in our lifetime, parang the best thing that you would like to be remembered of is, the things that you did and how you made them feel, that made a difference in their lives.
Hmm.
Yung minsan wala kang ginagawa, pero pag nakarinig sila sa'yo and you say that you believe in them, it doesn't really even take money or anything. Just telling people that you believe, and that's the inspiration that they get from you. And, they will just do something for others, pay forward. Diba?
Right.
Parang ganon.
Ayun. So thank you, Doctora, for your wise words. Before we wrap up the show, I'd like to ask you, who would you like to thank? For some people you would like to thank right now.
Of course, I'd like to thank my husband, who is always your who is always very supportive of me with my passion, with my advocacies. Talagang unconditional yung kanyang support sa akin. And of course, my St. Peter family, thank you for the trusts. Sa mga plan holders, syempre, salamat sa paniniwala sa kumpanya na hanggang ngayon ay nandito pa kami para tugunan yung pangailangan ninyo. And of course, yung bloodline ng kumpanya ng St. Peter ay yung ating mga frontliners. Hindi lang sa sales agents, kundi sa ating mga frontliners sa punerarya, no? Kahit may COVID, they're still true to their commitment and loyalty to serve others. And of course, my Santa family, thank you for trusting me with the position. And to the Rotary, medyo marami pang gagawin dahil Rotary is also just like Sonta, we serve the community, we serve the people to help them change lives. Every single family at a time is really what we do in Rotary. Maraming topic pang pag-uusapan, but definitely I'm committed to serve whatever way I can.
Ayan. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Mildred Vitangcol. You graced our show with insights into your career and also serving others and uplifting the lives of other people. So I am personally very, very thankful for giving us time today.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for
Thank
letting
you.
me share my story.
Yes, and yeah, thank you very much. And we will be in touch. More power to you and what you do.
Promise.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Vitangcol.
God bless you.
Bless you too. Ayan. So we just heard from Dr. Mildred Vitangcol, chairman of St. Peter Life Plan. She's also the president of Zonta Club of Makati Ayala. And she's an incoming governor for District 3830 for Rotary Club of Makati Uptown. Ang daming shinare ni Dr. Her beginnings, how she started into serving people and how the rest of her life is really influenced by that North Star, as she calls it. Ayan. So I hope you have much to take away from today's episode. Okay, so lunchtime na ba? Oo, lunchtime na. So I'll let you go very soon. Pero I'd like to remind you guys to stay tuned also while you're having lunch. So you can watch HR Hotline. So that's at 12 o'clock today. So stay tuned. Sir Jesse Rebustillo will have an interesting guest and discussion for today related to HR, of course. And also, I want to invite you to Usapang Beauty later. My daughter, Mikey Siguenza, is a guest in Joby's show. Joby is hosting it. My daughter will be a guest later at 5:30 p.m. So that's Usapang Beauty also. All right. So maraming salamat everyone for staying tuned. On Monday, I invite you to watch another episode. My guest is somebody who was single and is now a single father. So he will share his journey into finding his perfect daughter for him. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy your lunch. Bye.